I thought that was you, Officer Jolly. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Wonderful. A little cold outside?
Oh, yes. It's a bit chilly.
Yeah?
It's a bit chilly, yes.
Right.
How's it going?
About 60 seconds a minute.
Do one more time?
About 60 seconds a minute.
That's
Remember me?
That's good, yes. It's a little bit hard with the sun in my eyes there for a second, but yes.
Yeah, you know, when I was a kid, my dad used to call me son because I was so bright. I'm full of them. You weren't expecting it. It's way too early for most people.
Just a little bit, but you
Yeah,
know what?
they give you guys a serious jacket, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice jacket.
Oh, yeah. This is one of the, like an American Express, never leave home without it.
You got jokes, too. All
I
right.
try. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been an eventful morning already.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing. Battery on my car.
Oh,
So,
I thought there was a crime, but no, no crimes.
never in my world.
Yeah, you don't really deal with crimes?
I do, just passive aggressive, but no, I'm just kidding.
Like, what do you do? I mean, I know you're on the community engagement.
Yep, that's
but,
pretty much it.
I mean, like, what do you do for that? Like, you go to
So all
schools
the
or
events
what?
and stuff that we do at the PD, so like Chase the Chief, the National Night Out Party.
Were you at the Martin Luther King?
One more time.
Were you at the Martin Luther King?
No, I
thing
was
then?
actually out of town. So.
But that would be something that you
Yes.
would do?
Mhm.
Okay.
No,
I
my
see.
daughter had a beauty pageant in Louisiana, so.
Yeah, a beauty pageant?
Yes. I
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
right? So yeah, we do pageants and all that other fun shenanigans. So.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you guys have any events coming up or what?
Chase the Chief is the next biggest one. That's a 5K and a fun run.
Chase the Chief?
Yeah.
I haven't met anybody higher than a lieutenant
Well, Chief
in
will
this
be
town.
there. He's
I mean, I've
always
met the
there.
deputy chief and the assistant chief of the sheriffs, but I haven't met anybody higher on the PD.
Oh, yes. Chief and assistant chief will be there. We make them run.
Chase the Chief.
Yeah,
Where's
it's
that at?
Eastview. At Eastview.
What?
Eastview. High school.
Eastview? Oh.
Oh no,
okay.
all you men.
Yeah. I heard City Hall is moving or something.
Yeah, so
I
they
just read that.
Yeah, they've been working on. You know how it's been real nasty construction down there by the old PD where the old library used to be. Do you get that
I'm not
far
from this
that way?
town. I don't know where
Okay.
it is.
So
I
a
mean,
little ways up from our old.
past Austin Avenue.
Actually off of MLK.
So I mean, I read that, but I don't know where that is. But what do
Okay,
you go
so, like,
down?
if you go this way, go across the bridge,
Uh-huh.
like you're going towards Austin Avenue. You'll turn. There's that first light at is that Intergate?
Oh, it's
Scenic
before
Drive.
Austin.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Is it MLK?
Yes.
Okay. For some reason, I was thinking it was gonna be like way farther down.
Oh no. So that's where they are, right? They're past Austin Avenue right now. They're moving on this side, across from the old police department where the old library used to be. So they've leveled that. So they leveled that and rebuilt it and renovated and all that other fun stuff that they do. So they've been in the process of transitioning and moving in over there. So it should be interesting. The layout looks good.
You've seen it?
I've seen, you know how they do the electronic like diagrams and stuff, and
Oh,
how it's
uh-huh.
all, they show the people walking through and all that other stuff. I've seen those. It looks really nice. They did that for one of the middle schools as well. So I've not been over there just because it's too, traffic is over there. It's a bit much with all the construction happening.
Oh,
So
right.
I try
right.
to stay away from there if I can.
Yeah. What do you know about? I mean, this has nothing to do with community engagement, but what do you know about that standoff that was over at Blue Hole?
Oh, that I don't know nothing about.
You don't know anything about it?
I was asleep.
I
At that
mean,
time of
come
night.
on. The
No.
guy was shooting at police, and you haven't heard about it?
That's all I know about it.
Oh, you
because
know
it's-
that.
No, I know that, but
Okay.
that's all I got.
So you do know something about it.
Yeah, but I mean, as far as I don't know anything more than what most of the regular people know because my head is usually in the sand working on all the events that we have coming up. We've got like 3 major events coming up, and
So there's the Chase the Chief. That's
Chase the
one.
Chief, law enforcement field day, which is one for high school students, and then we have middle school students coming to visit from Round Rock.
Oh, so nothing for the community. It's for you're trying to get the kids.
Well,
These
so
are all
two
with the
well,
schools.
two of them are for high school and middle school kids, but Chase Teep is a community event. That's
Oh,
community
okay, that
wide.
is.
Yeah, but they're just so big and getting other agencies up here to come and participate and all that other stuff. It's a lot of groundwork. So
Groundwork.
yes,
Yeah. You have to set those things up.
yep. So, getting a hold of the other agencies, making sure they're done, getting food vendors, colleges to come and visit, all that other stuff. It's a lot. So, me.
I see. So that's what you do. All right.
Yeah.
For some reason, I mean, I was excited because when I met you, you were like walking around in the center and stuff.
So
and
extra
I
patrols.
thought,
I assist with extra patrols and all that other stuff, but on a regular day to day, I'm just the face.
yeah, I mean that's good though, But I thought for some reason that like that was a normal thing. Like you went to busy areas in town. And,
No, so during the
walked around and
holidays,
stuff.
I do. But like Red Poppy will all come out again. Everybody,
Poppy?
Red Poppy Festival.
When's that?
It's another huge community-wide event. So it's a parade.
In
they have
spring?
tons of vendors. Yeah. Is it April?
They're not going to be refining any of those poppies, are they?
Do what?
They're not going to be refining any of those poppies, are they?
No.
That's good. 'Cause
So-
we're in a crisis right now. I don't know if you know.
I can't with you right now. But so we have Red Poppy and what else is going on? There's a bunch of stuff that happens in the spring, early summer, Juneteenth stuff.
Juneteenth.
Yeah. What else? My brain's overloaded. We got a ton of stuff that happens with the city that either I assist the city departments or stuff that the PD's doing. So.
All right. You guys do coffee with the copier at Starbucks?
We did one last year at the other Starbucks. We try to rotate. I've not had a chance to sit down and do that because it's just me running stuff. So I haven't had a chance to sit down and set any more of them up here at Starbucks. But we've talked about it. Me and the manager, Melissa, have
Yeah,
talked
she's
about it
awesome.
several times. Yeah, she's not here.
Yeah, I know. She's usually here on Wednesdays, but she wasn't. She's been here the last couple days though. But
Oh, has she?
yeah, she's really awesome. Yeah, I went to the Starbucks coffee with the cop in a different city, and the chief actually tried to have me trespassed
And this was where?
for asking him questions. And Starbucks stood up and was like, "No."
Which?
It was
You're
in
Texas?
Conroe.
Oh, Conroe.
Yeah, that town. Oh my goodness. But I mean, they're there to get questions, right?
Right.
And you know me, right? Like, oh, I've got questions, And he didn't like being asked questions, right? And then he actually tried to solicit a complaint, to have me trespass, right? That's soliciting a complaint.
Right.
And Starbucks was like, no.
No.
Which
Yeah.
is so rare. Like
Are you
for a
serious?
business to stand up and say no to a chief of police, right?
Well,
But they
here's the
knew
thing,
me,
at the end of the
because
day, especially the drama that Starbucks had in was it
Oh, in Philly,
or Philly,
Yeah.
somewhere on that side of the world.
they've had some
But-
drama, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean they've got to be very.
Starbucks is very cool. Their West Coast attitude, they're very
Yes,
understanding.
I
but
used to work. For
I say they're
Starbucks.
the wrong company that they got picked on like that. Of all the companies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's instances with employees everywhere, but the corporate is not that way at
Yeah.
Starbucks.
No, I
Like,
used
they
to
are
work for
really good.
Starbucks.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be a barista.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you joined the government.
Wasn't that long? Well, I had already been doing. I was a dispatcher as well.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, I was working two jobs at one time. So
That's come up in the news because the shutdown. right? And then federal employees, I guess they cannot supplement their income
Yes.
and have an extra job. Like,
That's what I
I guess
heard.
a bunch of them went and did GoFundMe's, and they might end up in prison. And yes, but they can't do that,
Yeah.
right? Not even a GoFundMe.
I mean, they should,
But I guess the state employees don't have those rules.
I don't think so, but I mean, I don't know all the ins and outs of that, but if you're not getting a paycheck, no
I
matter how
mean,
big or small, if you feel like
no.
going to work at McDonald's, like,
I think they should all quit and they should go get a job in the private sector.
that's what I mean. Like,
And I'm against big government. Like, I think there's too much of them, and then they wouldn't have to worry about it. Like, you can't trust an employer that doesn't pay you,
yeah,
and they should be getting paid if they're going to work, right?
rather than
But, I think they should all quit and they should get a different job. Unemployment is really low. So, actually, there could probably find 800,000 jobs,
Yeah.
Like, people are coming out of the woodworks that are
take
you
my job.
finally.
Sorry, give me 2 seconds.
Oh, you can. Do you have to go?
I'm just waiting for my drink. I didn't even hear it.
I mean, I don't want to hold you up.
You're good.
If-
Yeah, I got it.
You've already given me so long already, but yeah, no, I think they should all quit.
Well,
I mean, they can't go on strike, but they can quit.
yeah.
And a lot of them are going to have to. If it
Yeah,
goes
they
on for
can't.
2 or
Well-
3 months, people are going to lose their house,
Well,
their cars.
they showed a lady today. She says right now I have the option of either paying my rent or getting chemo treatments for her cancer. She's like, I'm going to get my chemo treatments. It's not an option. I will lose my house. I was like, that's terrible when that's your decision that has to be made. Live in a house or
Right.
go for chemo treatment.
That doesn't even seem right. Like, I mean, with Obamacare, like, well, I guess you're on a plan.
Well, yeah.
And it's based on your salary, so that doesn't get adjusted right away just because you're not getting paid by the
Well,
government.
but
So
if-
they probably had premiums or a different plan, where they had to pay because they were making X amount of dollars.
Well, so if she works for the government, I'm not sure what kind of healthcare plan they have. Probably better than ours.
Well, I mean, it's based on how much you make.
Well,
Right.
but no, not so. If you're in your employer,
Oh, yeah,
for
they
your-
do their own insurance.
Yeah.
You're not on
So,
Obamacare
yeah.
if you're working for the government.
right. So my assumption is that now that she didn't have that healthcare, she didn't have that coming in to pay
Right.
for it. Now she's like, okay, well now I have to either pay
Wait,
for
the
this
health
or-
care's canceled?
Well, if the money's not coming in to pay her rent, you know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah,
And
yeah.
There's certain, if she's on the plan where her cancer was not covered because it's pre-existing condition or whatever, and she's having to pay that out of pocket for her treatments, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whatever she's got in the bank saved,
I mean, I would probably really ruffle feathers with this, but the thing is that you can't trust the government, and they did, right? See, when you get a job with the government, so many people tell me that work for the government. Before they did, they're like, oh, I would never. I hate the government, but they pay good, so I'm going to do it. Or they're like, oh, the government is oppressing us, but I'll help. I'll oppress the people too for a paycheck,
right?
right? And see, they trusted the government in order to pay, and they don't care.
Now they're stuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
now they're stuck. I mean, the
and they had
government.
her showed her children and all this other stuff. And I know it's probably like one of a million sob stories right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's never ending.
But
The
it's
stories, the sad stories, and I mean, it's going to have a huge impact and
yeah.
ripple effects, because not only are there 800,000 people that aren't getting paid, or persons, but they're not shopping. They can't, those cars in houses are going to get repoed, and they're probably pulling their kids out of daycare.
yeah, because they can't afford to pay it.
Right,
Daycare
like
is
all kinds of
ridiculous
things,
expensive. Yeah.
There's a lot of businesses that rely completely on government agencies that,
Yep.
all their employees are shopping there,
Yep.
around.
We'll see how this is going to work out, right?
Yeah, but Trump's You know, his hotel in DC is the clock on the top is a national park, and it's not shut down. It's not shut down. Yeah, I thought that is absolutely fascinating. And all the lawsuits against him are now stopped because they're civil.
Shocker.
Yeah, so he's benefiting from this shutdown, you know.
Yeah. Well, so much more I can say right now, but we'll be here much longer than I need to be.
Hey, I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a Russian.
Oh, I know. Oh my goodness. You have
Thank
a
you,
good
Officer
day.
Jolly. You too.
You're very welcome. Don't have too much.
Master by the name of Bates, smoking more than all 50 states combined. Yeah, right, I gotta stay on the grind. I got no money, so my weed's on my mind. I hit the club, but you know I can't dance. 7 and 7 in my cutoff chance. Tie that shirt and my long ass hair. What part of how I look makes you think I care?